to the main topic of today's show, I do want to bring up something. Again, I bring this game up all the time, but it's important not just for the game, but also for like different other companies as well. So over the past weekend, there's been huge leaks of like the next expansion, next couple of years of Destiny, and I'm not talking about just any type of leaks. It's like full blown. This is what they're gonna add, and I've noticed that not just with Destiny, but other game companies, they've been having the same issue with leaks and stuff like that. And I know leaks are very hard to avoid happening because you never know who's gonna fucking leak it or who's gonna data mine something or whatever. But with that being said, with me, with when it came to my reaction to those leaks, and yeah, I did read them because I was that guy. But it
Nice.
was the only reason I read them is because it's the fear of
You're supporting the culture.
no. So the reason why I read them is because of the fear of the fact that say I go and play with one of my friends on there, and like they'll tell me some of the leaks and shit like that, and that's something I want to read for myself, blah blah blah, but whatever. But my whole thing is like, how damaging do you guys think that shit really is for a gaming company to get?
First off, I think you were really scared of the leaks because you're afraid Destiny's going to have a comeback and finally be good. I think that's why you read it, because you were like, man, hopefully Destiny can come back because it's just been so long,
Yeah, no.
It's like being a Cowboys fan. You're like, maybe they'll be good this season, and then they're not.
Yeah, you better stop before you summon Jason.
So I 100% agree. Hopefully the game gets better.
I don't think leaks. It depends on what the leaks are. Sometimes leaks are
absolutely
good, and I believe sometimes companies leak stuff on purpose. Leaks happen. I think sometimes things will get leaked on purpose just to get a little bit of buzz.
Yeah, look at The Last of Us too.
I think when you look at some companies and they're so tight-lipped and there's no leaks and you got no idea what's going on, that can also hurt the game as well. Prime example, Overwatch 2. Most casual people that aren't into the sphere and knowing of Overwatch 2 are like, oh, well, it's just like an updated engine with one less tank in multiplayer and like a little story mode, that's it. But they don't understand the devs want to have like a replayable story mode with an RPG feel and different mechanics, and then the people that they're not really into the game itself, the casuals pretty much are going to be, oh, that's it, okay. So I think it's a balance between how much information do you want to let out, and letting information out too early is also bad too, right? Because if you look at it, Sheets, for example, Ubisoft in general, they're really bad. I don't know why they do this. They release information about something that's not coming for like the next year. So by the time it comes around, you're like, oh, okay. Like the hype dies around. Generally you release hype so that way, like Elden Ring. Hopefully Elden Ring is supposed to come out this year, I think, or early next year.
Elden Ring comes out in, I believe, January.
Exactly. So that's not that long, to wait for a game. The hype is, slowly building, and it'll start slowly releasing more trailers and more trailers, but when you just say this is coming out, and then you wait a year and a half with no promo, no anything, and it just comes out, you're like, oh, that's it. So I think there's a balance, sometimes companies will leak things on purpose to start getting the hype around it. And
then, I can agree to that. I mean,
trailer comes out and you push
just
up the hype. But I think complete silence and saying everything and then not giving a date for it is also bad too.
Okay. What do you think? What you, Miracle?
What was it? So I can't remember if you guys remember. It happened a while ago, but the Elders. I can't remember if it was a leak or what it was for Elder Scrolls 6. Where they started.
You talking about the massive leak of the shit that's going to be in the game and all that stuff?
Yeah, like things like that, and this is where I'll agree with Serenity. is I think that some companies purely do it to like get the cloud out. Like, hey, this game's still happening. And then people have all of these speculations. You know, they're like, "Oh my gosh, what's this going to be? What's this going to be?" It's like Warzone when they went to the old school Verdance. You know, they started teasing small things, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, we're getting a whole new map." Plot twist: no, you're not. You're getting the same map with like 2 changes to it. But you know, I think they do it for. I truly think they do it for clout. I think there are people that data mine because they're like, I have nothing better to do. I'm going to sell this to the highest bidder. And I guarantee there's companies that pay for shit like that. You know, there's companies that, you know, are like, man, I need some hot news over this. If you find me something, you know, we'll pay you whatever, XYZ. So, you know, I think that's an aspect, but leaks, I don't care about them. I really don't. And like Serenity, like you, depending on the leak, it can either make or break a game. Because, you know, we look at leaks as the quote unquote truth until they're confirmed usually.
Yeah.
You know, until, you know, Bethesda or until Activision or whoever comes out and says, oh yeah, that's true. And then you're like, what the hell? Like, or they'll say like, no, that's not true. Things like that. So I think the size of the leak can be huge. Because this isn't even a leak, but a few weeks ago, one of the developer for Apex was in their training simulator where they have pretty much everything they want to bring to Apex.
Yeah.
Everything. And apparently people were finding like crazy stuff in the video. I don't know the backstory behind it, whether like he was live streaming and forgot to turn off his live stream, or whether it was just a video that got found and somebody leaked it off of that. I'm not 100% sure, but there was like crazy things like pretty much like black hole grenades that would like suck everybody into the grenade once they were thrown. Just all kinds of different, you know, things. And is that bad? No, because I'm glad Apex is working on shit for the long haul to where they're like, hey, if we want to release this at any given moment, we technically can. I think that's pretty cool, that they have the potential and ability to do something like that. And you know, it's good to know that, yeah, they have 10 or so, well, they have more than 10 characters out right now, but let's say they have another 6 in development that they could release, quote unquote, whenever they want. You know, I think that's a good leak to know shit like that. To know that, hey, there's more coming. It's just not coming right now. So I'm cool with leaks. I don't care. Sometimes
until I see a trailer, I try not to put too much into it, because in gaming development, shit can change in a day.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
So, like, unless the game, like, you know what I mean? So that's just kind of my thing. And I think a lot of times most leaks that I care about are patch notes, updates, more than touchdown. I care more about like patch note leaks than I do video game leaks, because I know video game development shit can change in a day. They could just decide that it's not worth it, whatever direction.
Yeah, they could scrap it. They could be like, no, well, everybody's expecting this, so let's just scrap it type shit. I agree with that.
I think like balance changes and stuff like that. Like when they were data mining for like Warzone, and they could say, yo, like this is pretty much the same map and like a couple things changed. That's a good thing to know. I don't